my table is filled with boxes and bottles, so I'm gonna waste no time.
We're moving on. So this was a decant. Like my fragrance net subscription is coming to an end soon. So one of the fragrances that I got this time is another Micallef, and this is Paris Micallef Paris Aqua. So that story. Again, as I told you, I'm kind of very tempted to like buy everything I see for a good price when it comes to few brands. That is Serge Lutens, L'Artisan Parfumeur, Micallef, a few others, because I feel the prices are going to continue climb and climb and climb for them as they are gathering their hard-earned fame and, you know, reliability, reputation. So Aqua is marketed toward when, I mean, it's such bullshit, to be honest. I'm tired of repeating the same platitudes. Smells are not for men or women. There's no feminine tomato and masculine tomato, you know, or like feminine cilantro and masculine dill. It's not how the world works. You either like the scent or you don't. It either works for you, it like tickles you, it brings something out of you, or just or sends you on a journey, or it doesn't. And there's absolutely nothing wrong or nothing controversial about wearing a Gourmand Rose if you're a guy, or wearing a Aqua, to that matter, which is citrusy, woody, aromatic, made by Micallef by a girl, or however you define yourself. Maybe you're like non-binary. It's just a scent. So marketed toward men, who cares? What seduced me about it to try it was that Aqua claims to have a rather edgy, controversial combination of citrus, some kind of green aromatic, whatever, you know, like pine needles, I don't know what that is, something woody yet with these elements of foresty notes, but with cacao, with dark chocolate. I'm yet to find a chocolatey scent that I would like truly love, with one exception, which is Cartier 7th Hour, L'Heure de Fondue, if I'm saying it correctly. I mean, but there you get truly dark, almost bitter chocolate. That's hypnotic. When it comes to more chocolate, you know, milk chocolate, things like that, cacao, cocoa, like it depends like which country you live in, that's how you're gonna say it. I'm like always, I'm always curious, but I'm never satisfied. So at first sniff, it gives you so much of these almost, it's like a dense tea with a lot of lemon in it. But then it gets kind of sour, sweet patchouli with hints of chocolate. So at first I was, oh my god, this is extraordinary. I've never smelled anything like this. I'm gonna bathe in it. But then I realized it is very dirty. The way that this is assembled, the way that this is blended, it gives me kind of like, yeah, what was it? Hervé Lauren and other artisan perfumery kind of feel, when it's almost like you can tell that they put a lot of essential oils together. I do tend to like aesthetically prefer a little cleaner, if not sharper, but a little bit cleaner. Not more is more. Like this feels more is more. That's what I'm trying to say. The slightly conflicting notes, everything is just messed together and swirled together and just attacks your senses, everything at once. The citrus, the chocolate, the patchouli, the woody, the pine needles. It's a bit of a cacophonic, I guess cacophonic is the word I'm going for. So first impression is a like surprise and fascination. Second impression, I'm not sure I can wear it. So that story with Aqua by Micallef is gonna continue. If you tried it, tell me what you think. What will you compare it with? What do you think? I also got 2 packages from my beloved subscribers to do blind tasting. I just need to decide on which channel I'm gonna do it. Maybe one on the English speaking channel and one on the Russian speaking channel, we'll see. But I'm so excited. I've grown to love blind tastings. There's nothing more thrilling, confusing, silly, embarrassing, fascinating, educational as when you force yourself out of complacency and you do put your skills to a brutal test of blind guessing, of just relying on the only one sense that matters in this case, with nothing to help you. No marketing, no bottle design, no colors, no information about the brand, no information about the pyramid or the perfumer. It's such a high when I do them. You have no idea. If you guys want to send me any more, please do. I'll love you forever for it. A little travel size, like a miniature, I got from Toka. The fragrance is called Gia. And this is just like a quick remark. I'm kind of want to throw it back at you guys. What do you think about the brand Toka? I'm glad that I have a decent size little mini that actually will allow me to wear it and form a stronger opinion. But everything that I tried from Toka, you can find it rather affordably. The bottles are kind of cute, but it's kind of these like generic light florals. I guess like since I don't quite get Jo Malone appeal, I don't quite get similar kind of things. But they're still in business, so that must mean there are devoted clients of Toka brand, people who are buying their perfumes and buying them again and again and again. So I'm kind of curious to hear what you guys have to say. Toka Geo as a fragrance itself to me is just something soft, spicy, sweet. I don't know. You see, like it's not something that I would really think twice about. So yeah, I'll be waiting for your comments. What do you think about Toka? I wonder if I overlooked something, you know, if I missed a point of what they stand for. The next one, I basically begged for it from a subscriber ever since Anna sent me L'Occitane Herbe for the blind taste challenge. I guessed it as tropical fruits. It's actually, according to the pyramid, mostly kind of the green, grassy, flowery notes. So it's supposed to be, you know, like imagine something like zesty, greenish, fresh, non-sweet. I swear I smell, I don't know, some tropical fruits. Maracuya, you know, passion fruit, kiwi, and yada yada yada. It's still do. So I completely used up the little sample, and then I started, you know, kind of like, well, I don't know if you really like it, because if you don't, I would definitely take it from you. So Anna's just sent me the travel that she has. I'm so happy. Again, feeds to my current obsession. I don't care that it's called Herbe. I don't care what they what they tell the pyramid is. To me, zesty, sour, just beautifully flamboyant fruits. Love it, love it. I'm gonna kill this travel rather quickly. Another one is a frivolous purchase. This is kind of like a new, I wouldn't call it an obsession, but it's a new interest of mine. And those are molecular perfumes. Just the way I said molecular, that reminded me of my professor, who was kind of like a South Carolina blue blood, you know, Charleston. I can't do accents, but it doesn't stop me from trying. And every time he gave a lecture, like he was giving lectures on molecular design or something, like some molecular dynamics, something, and he would say, like, he wouldn't just say molecular, he would say molecular. with the drawl, and it sounded so regal, and he took his time with every syllable. It was molecular. So I just have it stuck in my mind. I can't say the word normally anymore. Have you ever happened to you? I'm just stuck on it. I have to say molecular. Okay, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop. Molecular. Wait for it. Molecular perfumes, especially modern powdery molecules. So the Atelier Cologne has a rather like to the point specimen when it comes to that. They have Iris Rebelle. I kind of wonder how it compares with some of the nomenclature scents. I think they have one which they call Iridelle or Irisdelle. That's kind of like exploits the same story. This is like a simulation of an iris. It's both a little bit industrial, kind of clean in terms of there's like not much of oiliness of any kind of moving parts when you smell this. But at the same time, it's subtle, slightly powdery, slightly bitter. It has movement. It has something that draws you in and makes me want to study it more. So yeah, if you guys are interested in contemporary synthetics and, let's say it together, molecular perfumery, please leave a comment below. We'll talk about it more. A bit of a frivolity of mine. Haven't tried it before, but it still was with the funds that I made by selling perfumes. A subscriber of mine, in exchange for a few decants from my collection, sent me a little sampler of perfumes which contain some of the Andy Tower scents. And wow. That was an instant wow. I'm not quite ready to give a full overview, but if you're interested in the perfume house review, I've been doing this faithfully now for almost 6 months. I have a playlist if you're interested, so where I go kind of like a comprehensive review of the house. I try to talk a little bit about what they are, what they stand for. I think it does help with exploration of perfume world, no less than, you know, the note reviews or the seasonal reviews and such. So Andy Tower was something that I heard fairy tales of how people fell in love with their perfumes, but yet I also heard, just retelling the rumors, I guess, retelling the gossip, that it's a bit of a one-trick pony, and once you get how they make perfumes, it's kind of like you have one, you've seen them all. Which is a very controversial statement, right? Because every brand strives to have a DNA, to have its own language, to have its own style in whatever products they make, be it fashion, be it makeup, be it perfumes, be it anything, be it cars, for God's sake. So having a theme is not necessarily a bad thing. So I was trying to understand like what are the good parts about, like the praise about Andy Tower brand and the criticisms about the brand. Where do I stand on it? So I tried a few. Like, if you're interested, please leave a comment below. I'll try to schedule and really work to solidify my opinions and what I know about the brand as soon as possible. And I placed an order. I literally bought things full price from Switzerland. Something I would have never, ever done before. I would wait. I would either like forget about the something that I wanted, or I would wait for triple, double sale. I was just like basically most likely never ever tried Andy Tower perfumes if I was waiting for a sale on them. And I think that's a testament to how devoted their fans are. They're not many of them you can find on resale or secondhand, and almost none, I haven't seen many that would be on like secondary discount markets and things like that. So, but I made a mistake, and here's my very expensive mistake. I fell in love with their Cœur du Désert, the Heart of the Desert perfume. This is the one that is the bestseller that placed Andy Tauer in the history of perfumery, if you wish. And I don't know why. I know why. It was a little bit more expensive than the one I bought, but they had a rendition of it. They had a rendition that's called Number 2, very literally, Number 2, L'air du désert marocain. I hope I'm saying it correctly. I'm sorry, I don't speak French. So this is Eau de Toilette Intense, 50 ml, and this is kind of like a remix, right? Like this is a reinterpretation of the La Cœur, what is it called again? How do you pronounce it? Cœur du Désert. Okay, I'm gonna call it the Heart of the Desert, the original one. It's a reinterpretation that by a lot of people were deemed to be, let me show you. They have quite unique packaging. It's really worth doing the unboxing. The number 2, which is the Air of the Desert, of the Moroccan desert, is supposed to be softer, even more enveloping and more gourmand. I read those dozens, if not hundreds, of reviews of that kind, that the number 2 is gonna be even better. And I got it. And it was a little bit cheaper. Not gonna lie, that was also one of the deciding factors. But it's no Heart of the Desert. Yes, they come from, oh, I got it. Oh my god, I got it even signed by Andy. Is it Andy? I don't know. I hope it is him. I mean, it's great. It's rich. It's burning. It's truly like breathing in hot air. But it's not the same. It's not, I know, it's not meant to be the same. This is a reason why this has its own name, has its own price tag, it has its own description. I don't know, I guess I fooled myself, like, you know, watch and learn, don't repeat the same mistake. I thought I was getting the same thing but better but cheaper. As beautiful as this lacks a little bit of a kind of leathery, like a whip factor of the Heart of the Desert, Cœur du Désert. The Air of the Moroccan desert, the number 2, is almost too gourmand. Like, it's beautiful, but I liked the slap, I liked the edge of the Heart of the Desert, and it's not here. It's even though they are similar, they're two different perfumes. They live differently, they breathe differently, they take me to different places. So, basically, I mean, I don't regret buying it, but it's like very expensive. And it's not that. So I don't know what I'm gonna be doing with this. If anybody is interested in sponsoring my purchase of the number 1, I can sell you the number 2 if you're more into super rich, heated, spicy gourmands. Will I wear it? Probably. But is it something that just broke my heart, you know, like, and just stole my heart? No. The number 2 gives me a strong impression of how Andy Tauer blends perfumes, but it's not the one. It's not that one. So it's kind of a very expensive, luxurious mistake that I made. Okay, let's move on. The good thing about ordering from Switzerland, in case you're tempted, is that with every full-size perfume purchase, they add a set, like a full-blown set, and these are not small samples, for free. So I got a set of, how many is 5 perfumes. This is Confident 2 Meals, and I do have the Heart of the Desert, the dessert. I have the Anis Bis. Well, I have like a bunch here. Like, I'm not gonna go into it. I'm gonna save it up for the brand review, which I do hope you want to see. Let me know. Let me know if you do, because I do want to make it, but I also want you to see it. You know, I mean, you know how it works between us. The last one is a very much similar frivolity. The only thing that excuses me for buying a perfume blindly, I'm gonna show it. Let me explain. The only thing that excuses me that I also bought it with the money that I made, not from selling the bottles, but from the YouTube last month. Like, it's not much, but it's sponsored one bottle. And I wasn't sure about it till the very, very last moment. I wasn't sure about it while it was being shipped. I wasn't sure about it when I was unwrapping it, but as soon as I sprayed it, I was like, oh my god, so good. So, this is a boutique line by Salvatore Ferragamo. Not much talked about, but I've seen it in various, especially European department stores and different boutiques. I mean, one day when we're all free to travel, check them out. It's high quality line. You can now find it in online discount stores for reasonable prices, and I must say I'm impressed. I'm impressed with the way they blend perfumes. Not even an inch worse than Elie Saab or others and others and others. High quality, intellectual, fairly, I wouldn't say super long lasting, but fairly long lasting blends. So the one that I got is called La Comedia, and this is a semi-sweet, spicy, kind of peppery scent. It has, I think, 2 or 3 different kinds of hot peppery spices in it. I think it even has like some of the hot peppers. It's supposed to at least represent it in olfactorial sense. Oh, it's so good. I love spices. If you know anything about me, you know I love softly milled floral spices, gourmand spices, bitter spices, herbal spices, burnt spices, anything spices. As long as it's done with imagination, you know, as long as you're not trying to repeat the same kind of staples that, you know, the spice markets and things like that. There's a way to do the spicy fragrances, to reinvent them as you go along, as you discover new combinations. This is definitely one of the beautifully crafted, imaginative, unique, super comfortable at the same time spicy scents. I could spray myself, my friends, my lovers, my parents, my grandparents, my bosses, anyone around me with it and call it a day. This is something that goes straight to my nude perfume collection. Things that I wear when I don't know what to wear, things that just always give me a boost, comfort, at the same time keeping it easy and keep kind of supporting me in whatever I do rather than making me think about the scents. There is time and space for each, but this is just such comfortably unique. Love it. La Comedia by Salvatore Ferragamo, Tuscan Soul. Love it. Love it. It's super duper lucky blind buy. Okay, I think this is it for now. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please let me know if you had any additions to your collection, or if you know or have opinions of any of these fragrances that I showed you. I feel that this is one of the best hauls I've done in a long while, partially because some of these things are just, can't believe that I've spent years loving these perfumes and not buying them full size. Some of the incredibly lucky and kind of pointed of now, you know, the fruity, aquatic, florals fragrances that are just like, I'm craving them right now, and I got them, and they're so perfectly sized, you know, like in the travel sizes, that just, it brings me joy that I have variety without sacrificing shelf space and like sacrificing a lot of funds for it. And some rather interesting, lucky, kind of fruitful for thought and education blind buys, even though, yes, I know this is a bit of a cheating, but I am working hard on keeping it super constrained. I don't know if it shows, but deep inside I am trying to be frugal. I know it's ridiculous, but inside of my twisted mind I am frugal. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't had a chance to do so yet. If you would like to send me any decants or samples or something for a blind tasting challenge, my address and the donation links are below. Thank you so much for your support. I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe.